Good morning, dear students. My name is Ferhan Mazher, and today we are studying the subject Cambridge O Levels D Maths 4024. We are studying the syllabus of this mathematics, and today we are working on the solution of the quadratic equations by the factorization. We are going to solve, we will learn this concept from the book D2, New Syllabus Mathematics 7th edition, book 2, and we are going to start its exercise 5A. This is the first video on this exercise, and let's see how many questions we will be able to solve in this session, in this video. So let's start today's work, exercise 5A from the book D2. It's about the solution of the quadratic equations by factorization. So let's start. So exercise 5A from D2. The question number 1 is showing up on your screen. So here we go. So these two, a bracket a minus 9 bracket close equals to 0. So because these two numbers, they are multiplying with each other and their answer is 0. So that's a and that bracket, they multiplied with each other and their answer is 0. That means either the first member is 0 or that bracket is 0. So we will make them 0. So I will write a equals to 0 and a minus 9 equals to 0. So a equals to 0, that's one of the values of the a. And the a minus 9 is equals to 0. So a will be, and minus 9 will go to the other side. It will become positive 9. So a equals to 9. So that the solution of this equation is, solution means the value of that variable. So the solution or the value of the a, there are two values. One is 0 and the other one is 9. Okay, so the b part, it says b bracket b plus 7 bracket close equals to 0. These are two numbers which are multiplying with each other and their answer is 0. So either the b is 0 or the b plus 7 bracket is 0, because they multiplied, the answer is 0. Either the b is 0 or that bracket is 0. That's why the answer is 0. So we will make them equals to 0. So you see, b is equals to 0 and b plus 7 will be equals to 0. And so plus 7 will go to the other side, and you see, when the plus 7 will go to the side, it will become minus 7. So b is equals to 0 and one value, the other value will be b equals to minus 7. C part, it says 5c bracket c plus 1 bracket close equals to 0. So here we have two numbers, 5c and that bracket c plus 1. They are multiplying with each other and the answer is 0. So it means either the 5c is 0 or the c plus 1 bracket is 0. So we will make the 5c equals to 0. The c will be equals to 0 divided by 5. So c will, 0 divided by 5 is 0. So c plus 1 is 0, or c will be equal to, that plus 1 will go to the other side. It will become minus 1. So c will be equals to minus 1. So there are two answers, 0 and minus 1. So the d part, 2d bracket d minus 6 bracket close equals to 0. So either the 2d is 0 or the d minus 6 is 0. So when the 2d is 0, so d will be equal to 0 divided by 2. So the 0 divided by 2 is 0. So d value is 0. D minus 6 is 0. Take this minus 6 to the other side. It will add there. So d will be equals to 6. So there are two solutions of this equation. One d is equal to 0. The other solution is d equals to 6. Solution means the value of that variable. Okay, so question number 1, it's E part, and in the E part he says minus f bracket 3f minus 7 bracket close equals to 0. So here we go, minus f bracket 3f minus 7 bracket close equals to 0. So minus f is 0 or 3f minus 7 is 0. Minus f is 0, so multiply both sides with the minus. So you will have f equals to 0. 3f minus 7 is equals to 0. 3f will be equals to minus 7 will go to the other side. So the 3f is equal to 7. F will be equal to 7 divided by 3. So f will be equals to, when you divide 7 by the 3, it is 2 whole 1 by 3. So there are two solutions of this equation. One 0 and the other one is 2 whole 1 by 3. Okay, so f part, question number 1, f part minus 1 by 2 into h into bracket start 2h plus 3 bracket close equals to 0. So so 1 by 2 into h bracket start 2h plus 3 bracket close equals to 0. So these two, these are two terms, they are multiplying with each other. So their answer is 0. So either that first thing is 0 or that full bracket is 0. So we will make them 0. So minus 1 by 2 h is equals to 0. That 2 will go to the other side. So minus h will be equals to 2 multiply 0. 2 multiply 0 is 0. So minus h is 0. Multiply both sides with the negative minus 1. So you will have h equals to 0. In the same way, you will make the bracket 2h plus 3 equals to 0. So you will have 2h is equals to minus 3. H will be equal to this 2, which is multiplying with the h. That will go to the other side and it will divide there. So you will have minus 3 divided by 2. And when you divide the 3 with the 2, you get, you get minus 1 whole 1 by 2. So this is how you will do question number 1. It's F part. So my dear students, we are done with the question number 1. So we are going to the next question. The next question coming up on your screen, he says solve each of the following equations. And there are two brackets given, they are multiplying with each other and it is equals to 0. And when two members multiply with each other, when two brackets multiply with each other, and it is written that they are equal to 0, it means that either the first bracket is 0 or the second bracket is 0. So in our process, what we do, we make both the brackets equals to 0, and from there we find the value of that variable. And this is how you solve the equation. Okay, so question number 1, question number 2 is A part. It is written here, k minus 4 into k minus 9 equals to 0. So what we will do, okay, so k minus 4 in one bracket multiply with the other bracket that has k minus 9 in it equals to 0. Because the two brackets are multiplying with each other, so their answer will be 0. So k minus 4 equals to 0. So k will be equal to 0 plus 4. That minus 4 will go to the other side. So k equals to 0 plus 4. So k will be equals to 4. In the same way, k minus 9 equals to 0. K will be equal to 0 plus 9 and k will be 9. So there are two values of the k. One is 4 and the other one is 9. So this is how you will do the A part. The P part is bracket m minus 3 bracket close bracket start m plus 5 bracket close equals to 0. Okay, so the B part is coming up on your screen. So these two brackets, they are multiplying with each other and the answer is 0. It means either the first bracket is 0 or the second bracket is 0. So m minus 3 is equal to 0. So m will be equals to 3. M plus 5 is equal to 0. So m will be equals to minus 5. When you take plus 5 to the other side, it will become minus 5. So there are two solutions of this equation. One is 3, the other one is minus 5. Okay, C part, n plus 4 into n minus 11 equals to 0. So that's the C part. So n plus 4 into n minus 11 equals to 0. We will make both the brackets turn by turn equals to 0, and we will find the value of the variable from there. So n plus 4 equals to 0. So n will be equals to minus 4. N minus 11 is equal to 0. So n will be equals to 11. So there are two solutions of this equation. One is minus 4. The other one is 11. B part, p plus 1 into p plus 2 equals to 0. So you see these two brackets, they are multiplying with each other and their answer is 0. So either the first bracket is 0 or the second bracket is 0. We will make the first bracket equals to 0. P plus 1 equals to 0. So p will be equals to minus 1. P plus 2 equals to 0. So p will be equals to minus 2. So there are two solutions, minus 1 and minus 2. Okay, E part, 7q minus 6 in one bracket. In the other bracket, we have 4q minus 5, and they are multiplying. Their answer is 0. So either the first bracket is 0 or the second bracket is 0. We will make them both equals to 0. So 7q minus 6 equals to 0. Take this minus 6 to the other side. So 7q is equals to 6. The q will be equals to 6 by 7. That's the one solution. Okay, we will make the second bracket equals to 0. 4q minus 5 equals to 0. 4q will be equals to 5. Q will be equals to 5 by 4. Q will be equals to, when you divide 5 with the 4, you get 1 whole 1 by 4. So the two solutions are 6 by 7 and the other one is 1 whole 1 by 4. Question number 2 is f part 3r minus 5 into 2r plus 1 equals to 0. So these two brackets, they are multiplying with each other and their answer is 0. So we will take both the brackets 1 by 1 equals to 0. So we will have 3r minus 5 equals to 0. So that minus 5 will go to the other side. It will become plus 5. 3r is equals to 5. So r will be equal to 5 divided by 3. So r will be equals to 1 whole 2 by 3. So we will make the second bracket equals to 0. That is 2r plus 1 equals to 0. So 2r is equals to minus 1. So r will be equals to minus 1 by 2. So this is how you will do question number 2 is F part. There are two solutions of that question. One solution is 1 whole 2 by 3. The other one is minus 1 by 2. Okay, so question number 2, it's G part. That is, it says 5s plus 3 and 2 minus s equals to 0. So these two brackets are multiplying with each other and their product is equals to 0. So we will make both the brackets equals to 0. So I will write 5s plus 3 equals to 0. 5s will be equals to minus 3 and s will be equals to minus 3 by 5. That is one solution. I will make 2 minus s equals to 0. 2 minus s will be equals to minus 2. Minus minus from both the sides will be cancelled with each other. So s will be equals to 2. So there are two solutions. One is minus 3 by 5. The other one is 2. So we have the h part. In one bracket, we have minus 2t minus 5. In the other bracket, we have 8t minus 5. They are multiplying and the product is 0. Okay. So I just made a mistake and I just realized that here it was minus 2. I by mistake I have not written here minus 2. So you can write here minus 2. According to the book, here we have minus 2. So minus 2t minus 5 will be equals to 0. So minus 2t will be equals to 5. So minus t will be 5 by 2. So t will be equals to minus 2 whole 1 by 2. Minus 2 whole 1 by 2. I just made a mistake here. I just by mistake I have not written here a negative. Okay, so just correct that. The next bracket, the bracket number 2 is 8t minus 5. 8t minus 5 is equals to 0. So 8t will be equals to 5. So t will be equals to 5 by 8. So this is how you will do question number 2h part. I told you, I'm telling you here in the book, we have a negative minus 2t minus 5. Look at here, minus 2t minus 5. By mistake, when I solved it, I just wrote 2t minus 5. So you can write here negative, here also negative, here negative, and here negative, and with the answer, you will write the negative. So I think now it is good. So question number 2 is done. So we are going to the next question. Next question is question number 3. It says solve each of the following equations. And in the, it says the first part is a square plus 9a equals to 0. First of all, I will factorize them and then I will make them the factors equals to 0. So a square plus 9a equals to 0. You see a is common from them. So I can take a common. So when I take a common, then we will have bracket, and in the bracket we will have a plus 9 bracket close equals to 0. These two are multiplying with each other. So either a is 0 or a plus 9 is equal to 0. This is the one solution. The other one will be a equals to minus 9. So this is how you will do question number 3, and it's a part, and I hope that you understand how this is done. Okay, so we are going to the next question, question number 3, and it's B part. It is b square minus 7b equals to 0. So first of all, I will factorize it. I will take the b is common, so take the b common. So you will have b bracket b minus 7 bracket close equals to 0. These two members, these two are multiplying with each other, and their answer is 0. The product is 0. So either the first one is 0 or the second that bracket is 0. So I will make both of them equal to zeros. So b is 0 or b minus 7 is equal to 0. B equals to 0 is one solution. B minus 7 equal to 0. B will be equals to that minus 7 will go to the other side. It will add there. So you will have b equal to 7. So that is the second solution. Okay, so question number 3, and it's C part, 5c squared plus 25c equals to 0. So here we go. So first of all, I will factorize them. 5c squared plus 25c equal to 0. You can see that 5c is common in them. So we will take that 5c common. So you will have 5c bracket c plus 5 bracket close equals to 0. So these two are multiplying with each other. Their product is 0. It means either the 5c is 0 or that bracket which has c plus 5, that is 0. So we will make both of them equals to 0. 5c equals to 0. C will be equal to 0 divided by 5, and that will be 0. C equals to 0. That's one solution. The other solution will be c plus 5 is equal to 0. So c will be equals to minus 5. This is how you will do question number 5. Question number 3 is C part. Question number 3 is D part. It says 3d squared minus 4d equals to 0. So first of all, I will factorize them. So for factorization purpose, I will take the d common. So inside the bracket, you are left with the 3d minus 4 bracket close equal to 0. They have been factorized. Now you can see these two factors, they are multiplying with each other, and the answer is 0. It means either the first factor is 0 or the second factor is 0. I will make both the factors equals to 0. So d will be equals to 0, and that is one solution. And 3d minus 4 is equals to 0. So 3d will be equals to 4. D will be equals to 4 divided by 3. When you divide 4 with the 3, you get 1 whole 1 by 3. So that is the second solution. Question number 3, and its E part, it is 3f minus 81f square is equals to 0. So I will take the common and I will try to basically factorize them. Okay, so we are going to the next question here on your screen. The question number 3, E part is showing up. So I will try to factorize them. 3f is common, so I will take 3f common. So when I take 3f common in the bracket, I am left with 1 minus 27f bracket close equals to 0. So these two factors, they are multiplying with each other and the product is 0. So either the first factor is 0 or the second factor is 0. So we will make 3f equals to 0. F will be equal to 0 divided by 3, and the f will be equal to 0. I will make 1 minus 27f equals to 0. So minus 27f will be equals to minus 1. So minus minus cancel from both the sides. So 27f is equals to 1. So 1 will be equals to 1 divided by 27. So that's the second solution of this quadratic equation. Question number 3 is F part. It says minus 4h squared minus 16h equals to 0. So minus 4h squared minus 16h equals to 0. So we will try to factorize them. So first of all, we will take minus 4h common. So in the bracket, you are left with the h plus 4 equals to 0. So, so what will happen? So minus 4h is equals to 0. So h will be equals to 0 divided by minus 4. So 0 divided by minus 4 will be also 0. H plus 4 is equal to 0. So h will be equals to minus 4. That's the second solution. So there are two solutions, 0 and minus 4. That was question number 3 and F part. So we are done with the question number 3. So we are going to the next question. The next question is question number 4. And he says that solve each of the following equations. K squared plus 12k plus 36 equals to 0. You know, this k square and 36, they are perfect squares. So, but I have done here the midterm breaking. So multiply the extreme terms, you get 36k square. I'm trying to factorize it. So I will write the factors of the 36. They are 1 into 36, 2 into 18, 3 into 12, 4 into 9, 6 into 6. So with the third term here, you have positive sign. So I will select that pair, which by addition will give me 12, positive 12. So here plus 6 plus 6. Okay. So we will write those pairs here. So the midterm breaking will be done. K square plus 6k plus 6k plus 36 equals to 0. From the first two terms, you can take k common. So you are left with the k plus 6 in the bracket. From the last two terms, you can take plus 6 common. So inside the bracket, you are left with the k plus 6 and equals to 0. So now you have two terms here, and in them k plus 6 bracket is common. So take that bracket common. And from here you will have k in the second bracket, and from here you will have plus 6 in the second bracket. Now you can see I have factorized that quadratic equation. Now I will make the those factors, they are multiplying with each other, those brackets, they are multiplying with each other, and their product is equal to 0. So either the first bracket is 0 or the second bracket is 0. Either the first factor is 0 or the second factor is 0. So we will make them 0. K plus 6 equals to 0. So k will be equals to minus 6. In the same way, the second bracket is also same. So k plus 6 equals to 0. You will get k equals to minus 6. So you get the same answer. So there is only one solution for this quadratic equation, and that is k equals to minus 6. Okay, next part is m squared minus 16m plus 64 equals to 0. So we can do both the things. We can factorize it by the midterm breaking, or we can also factorize it by the using the algebraic identity, because they are perfect squares, m square and 64. So multiply m square and 64, you get 64 m square. So we will write the factors of the 64. They are 1 into 64, 2 into 32, 4 into 16, 8 into 8. Because with the third term you have a positive sign, so we will write here and. So we are looking for that pair which by addition will give you minus 16. When you add, you give both the pairs the same sign. Either both of them are given positive sign, both of them are given negative sign, because you want by addition minus 16, so both of them will be given the negative sign. So you will have m square minus 8m plus 64 equals to 0. So from the first two terms, you can take m common. So you will have, when you take the m common in the bracket, you are left with the m minus 8. From the last two terms, minus 8 is common. So in the bracket, you are left with the m minus 8 and equals to 0. So now you have these two terms. In them, bracket is common. That bracket is m minus 8. So take that bracket common. So you will have, in one bracket, you will have m minus 8. In the other bracket, you also have the m minus 8. And they are multiplying with each other, and that is equal to 0. So the equation has been factorized. Now both these factors are multiplying with each other, and the product is 0. So either the first factor is 0 or the second factor is 0. So I will make the first bracket equals to 0. So m minus 8 equals to 0. So m will be equals to 8. M minus 8 equals to 0. So m will be equals to 8. From both the places, you got the same value. So there is only one solution, and that is m equals to 8. Okay, question number 4, and its C part, it is n square minus 16 equals to 0. Okay, so m square minus 16 is equals to 0. You see they are perfect squares. So one is n square minus the other one is 4 square equals 0. So when you have negative between two perfect squares, remember a square minus b square, that can be written as a plus b, a minus b. So I will write it as, in one bracket, I will write n minus 4. In the other bracket, I will write n plus 4 equals to 0. So these two brackets, they are multiplying with each other, and the product is equal to 0. It means either the first bracket is 0 or the second bracket is 0. So n minus 4 is equal to 0. So n will be equals to 4. In the same way, n plus 4 is equal to 0. So n will be equals to minus 4. So there are two solutions. One is 4 and the other one is minus 4. Okay, question number 4 is 20. It's D part, 25p square plus 70p and 49 equals to 0. So you can do the midterm breaking, or you can solve. So I'm going to factorize it with the help of the algebraic identity. 25p square is a perfect square. 49 is also a perfect square. So 25p square can be written as 5p whole square. And the 49 can also be written as the 7 square. And the 70p can be written as 2 into 5p into 7q. So this is perfect. And this is like a square minus 2a. Sorry, a square plus 2ab plus b square. So that will be equal to a plus b whole square. So it is 7p square plus 2 into 5p into 7q plus 7 square. So it will be 7p plus, it will be 5p plus 7 whole square equals to 0. So it will be 5p plus 7 whole square, take square root on both the sides. So 5p plus 7 equals to 0. So 5p will be equals to minus 7 and p will be equals to minus 7 by 2. And the p will be minus 1 whole 2 by 7. This q which I wrote by mistake, just erase it. Okay, so this q is not there. I just wrote it by mistake. There is no q here. Okay, just delete that. It's a mistake. Okay, the rest of the thing is good. Let me show you the whole question. Okay, now the whole question can be shown, is showing on your screen. Okay. Okay, so we are going to the next question, and that question is E part. It says 4q square minus 12q plus 9 is equals to 0. So they are perfect square, so I can factorize with the help of the algebraic identity. So 4q square is the square of the 2q, and 9 is the square of the 3. And the minus 12 can be written as 2 into 2q into 3. So 2q square minus 2 into 2q into 3 plus 3 square equals 0. So this is like a square minus 2ab plus b square. So that will be a minus b whole square. So this can be written as 2q minus 3 whole square equals to 0. So take the square root on both the sides. So 2q minus 3 will be equals to 0. So 2q will be equals to 3, and the q will be equals to 3 divided by 2. And the q will be equals to 1 whole 1 by 2. There is a single solution. I have done the factorization with the help of the algebraic identity. We have practiced it in our last chapter, chapter number 4 of the D2. Okay, so we are going to the F part. It is 4r square minus 100, 4r square. It's a perfect square. 100 is also a perfect square. So 4r square, that can be written as 4r whole square, and 100 can be written as 10 square. So 2r square minus 10 square. So there are two perfect squares, and between them we have a negative sign. The situation is like a square minus b square equals to a square minus b square is equals to a plus b, a minus b. So you will also write that 2r minus 10 in one bracket, in the other bracket 2r plus 10, and equals to 0. So these two factors, these two brackets multiply with each other, and the answer is 0. So I will make both the brackets equals 0. So 2r minus 10 equals to 0. So 2r will be equals to 10. So r will be equals to 10 divided by 2, and the r will be 5. I will make the second bracket 0. 2r plus 10 equals to 0. So 2r is equals to minus 10. R will be equals to minus 10 divided by 2. So r will be minus 5. So this is how you will do question number 4. It's F part. We have used the formula a square minus b square is equals to a plus b, a minus b. So the factorization has been done by using the algebraic identity. That was question number 4. It's F part. Okay, so now we are going to the next question. The next question is solve each of the following equation. Here we have s square plus 10s plus 21 equals to 0. So we will do the midterm breaking here. I will multiply the. Okay, so question number. Okay, so question number 5, A part. I will multiply the extreme term to get 21. So we will write the factors. So we will write the factors of the 21. They are 1 multiplied 21, 3 multiplied by 7. With the third positive sign, so I will write here add. So I will select that. By addition will give me 10s. So because you want positive 10, so both of them will be given the positive sign. So you will have plus 3 plus 7. So it will be s square plus 3s plus 7s plus 21 equals to 0. We have done the midterm breaking. So from the first common, so s, so bracket s plus 3 is left, bracket close. From the last term you can see plus 7 is common, so I will take 7 common. In the bracket you are left with s plus 3 equals to 0. Now you can see here we have two terms, and both these terms have a bracket s plus 3 common. Take that common. From here you will have s in the other bracket. From here you will have plus 7 in the other bracket equal to 0. This has been factorized for both factors when they multiply equals to 0. So it means either the first factor is 0 or the second factor is 0. So s plus 3 will be equals to 0. So s will be equals to minus 3. Take s plus 7 equals to 0. So you have two solutions. One solution is s equals to minus 3. The other solution is s equals to minus 7. Okay. So question number 5 is b part t square minus 16t plus 63 is equals to 0. So that is the b part. Okay, so going to show up on your screen. Okay. So t square minus 16t plus 63 equals to 0. So we multiply the extreme term. You will have t square minus So I will multiply the extreme term, you get 63 t square. So we will write the factors of the 63. They are 1 into 63, 3 into 21, and 7 into 9. With the third term, you have positive sign, so it means by addition, I want minus 16. When you add, you give the same sign because you want minus 16. So I will choose that pair, which by addition will give me minus 16, minus 7, minus 9. That is the pair. So and we will do the midterm breaking. T square minus 7t minus 9t plus 63 equals to 0. From the first two terms, you can say t is common. Take the t common. So in the bracket, you will left with the t minus 7. From the last two terms, minus 9 is common. So in the bracket, you are left with the 3 minus 7, so equals to 0. So now you have two terms. One is minus 7, the other one, uh, sorry, t, these are the two terms, one term minus, and this is the second term. So take t minus 7 bracket common. From here, you are left with the t in the other bracket, and from here, you are left with the minus 9 in the other bracket. So these two brackets are multiplying with each other. Their answer is 0. So either the first bracket is 0, make it 0, or the second bracket is 0. So t minus 9. So t minus 7 equals to 0. So t will be equals to 7. T minus 9 is equal to 0. So t will be equals to 9. So there are two solutions. One solution, t is equals to 7. The other one is t equals to 9. These solutions are also called roots. Remember this thing. The solutions, they are also called roots. So that was question number 5. It's B part. I hope you understand. Question number 5, it's C part. It says u square plus 6u minus 27 equals to 0. So we will multiply the extreme terms and we will do the midterm breaking. Okay. So you get 27 u square. So we write the factors of 27. The factors of 27 are 1 into 27 and 3 into 9. We have third term as a negative sign. So it means by subtraction, I should get the middle term, which is 6. So 3 and 9 is that pair which can give me 6. You want positive 6. So with the larger number, put a positive sign. And with the smaller number, put a negative sign. So it will be u square minus 3u plus 9u minus 27 equals to 0. From the first two brackets, you can see that u is common. So you will have u minus 3 in the bracket. From the last two terms, you can see that plus 9 is common. So you will have 9 bracket u minus 3 bracket close equals 0. So from this term and this term, this bracket u minus 9 is u minus 3 is common. So from here you will have u, from here you will have plus 9 in the other bracket, and the thing is equal to 0. So now two brackets, they are multiplying with each other and their answer is 0. So it means either the first bracket is 0 or the second bracket is 0. So u minus 3 is equal to 0. So u will be equal to 3. In the same way, u plus 9 equals to 0. So u will be equal to minus 9. So there minus 9. So there are two solutions. One solution is u equals to 3. The other solution is u equals to minus 9. Okay, question number 5, it's D part. It says v square minus 5v minus 24 is equals to 0. So we will multiply the extreme terms and we will get 24 v square. So I will write the factors of the 24. They are 1 into 24, 2 into 12, 3 into 8, 4 into 6. So with the third term, you have negative sign. So we will subtract, and I want that pair which by subtraction will give me minus 5. With the last, so 3 and 8 is that pair which by subtraction can give you 5. But you want minus 5. So with the larger number, put a negative sign. With the smaller number, put a positive sign. So we will have v square plus 3v minus 8v minus 24 equals to 0. From the first two terms, you can take the v common. So you will have v plus 3 in the bracket. From the last two terms, minus 8 is common. So you in the bracket, you will have v plus 3. So take the v plus 3 common, and in the second bracket, we will have v minus 8 equals 0. These two brackets, they are multiplying with each other. So I will make these brackets equals to 0. So v plus 3 equals 0. So v will be equals to minus 3. V minus 8 equals to 0. So v will be equals to 8. So there are two solutions. One is minus 3 and the other one is 8. Okay, so the next question, question number 5 is C part 3, w square plus 49w plus 60 is equals to 0. So, okay. So multiply, you can multiply the extreme terms to get 180 w square. So write the pairs, the factors of the 180, and they are 1 multiply 180, 2 multiply 90, 3 multiply 60, 4 multiply 45, 5 multiply 36, 6 multiply 30, and 9 multiply 2, 9 multiply 20. So the third term has a positive sign. So I'm looking for that pair, which by addition will give me 49. So that pair is 4 and 45. You want positive 49, so both of them will be given positive signs. So you will have 3w square plus 4w plus 45w plus 60 equals to 0. From the first two terms, I will take the w common. And so you are left in the bracket with the 3w plus 4 plus, and from the last two terms, you can see the 15 is common. So bracket 3w plus 4 is equals to 0. So from now you can see 3w plus 4 is common. From here we will have w, from here you will have plus 15. So these two brackets, they are multiplying with each other. So these two brackets, when they multiply with each other, and the answer is 0. So either the first bracket is 0 or the second bracket is 0. So 3w plus 4 is equal to 0. So 3w will be equals to minus 4, and the w will be equals to minus 4 by 3. So when you divide 4 with the 3, you get minus 1 whole 1 by 3. In the same way, w plus 15 is equals to 0. So w will be equals to minus 15. So there are two solutions. One is minus 1 whole 1 by 3. The other one is minus 15. Question number 5, E part. Question number 5, it's F part. 6x squared minus 29x plus 20 is equals to 0. So very simple. You will multiply the extreme terms, and when you multiply the extreme terms, let me use the side so you can see the whole question. Okay, so 6 will multiply with the 20. That will give you 120x squared. So I will write the pairs. I will write the factors of the 120. So they are 1 multiply 122 multiply 63 multiply 44 multiply 35 multiply 24, 6 multiply 20, 8 multiply 15, and 10 multiply 12. With the third term, you have positive sign. You will write add. So I will choose that pair, which by addition will give me minus 29, because you want minus. So both the pairs will be given negative sign, minus 5 and minus 24. So you will have 6x squared. So you will have, now you will have 6x squared minus 5x minus 24x plus 20 is equal to 0. From the first two terms, you can see that x is common. And when you take x common, you are left with the 6x minus 5 in the bracket. From the last two terms, minus 4 is common. So you are left in the bracket with the 6x minus 5 equals 0. So from these two terms, you can see 6x minus 5 bracket is common. So take that bracket common. From there you will have x. From there you will have minus 4 in the other bracket. So now you have these two brackets. They are multiplying with each other. So 6x minus 5 equals to 0. So 6x will be equals to 5. So x will be 5 divided by 6. X minus 4 is equals to 0. So x will be equals to 4. So this is how you will do question number 5, and it's F part. I hope you understand. Okay, so we have the question number 5. It's G part. 3y squared plus 7y minus 6 is equals to 0. So that solution is coming up on your screen, and here we go. Okay, so we will have 3 multiplied 6, that's 18y squared. So I will write the pairs of the factors of the 18. They are 1 into 18, 2 into 9, 3 into 6. With the third term, you have negative sign. That means you subtract, and by subtraction, I should get 7. But I want positive 7. So 2 and 9, I want positive 7. So with the larger number, I will put the positive sign. With the small number, I will put the negative sign. So you will have 3y squared minus 2y plus 9y minus 6 equals to 0. From the first two terms, and from the first two terms, you can take the y common. You are left with the 3y minus 2 in the bracket. From the last two terms, plus 3 is common. So you are left with the 3y minus 2 in that second bracket equals 0. So now here there are two terms, and in them 3y minus 2 bracket is common. So take that common. So from there you will have y. From there you will have plus 3 in the other bracket equals 0. So now you will have two brackets which are multiplying with each other, and the answer is 0. So I will make the first bracket 0, and I will make the second bracket equals to 0. So 3y minus 2 is equal to 0. So y will be equals to minus 2 divided by 3. In the same way, y plus 3 bracket, that should be 0. So y will be equals to minus. So this is the standard procedure of, and you should also write all the steps when you are doing these questions. I hope you understand. Okay, so question number 5, and it's H part. 2z squared minus 3z minus 14. So you have here we go. So 2z square minus 3z minus 14 is equal to 0. You multiply the extreme terms, you get 28z square. So we write the factors of the 28. They are 1 multiply 28, 2 multiply 14, 4 multiply 7. With the third term, we have negative signs. So I'm looking for that pair which by subtraction will give me minus 3. 4 and 7 will give you 3. But you want minus 7. So what we will do with the larger number, I put the negative sign. With the smaller number, I will put the positive sign. So you will have 2z square plus 4z minus 7z minus 14 equals to 0. From the first two members, you can take 2z common. So in the bracket, you are left with a z plus 2. From the last two terms, minus 7 is common. So in the bracket, you are left with a z plus 2. From this and this, z plus 2 bracket is gone. From here, you will have 2z in the other bracket. And from here, you will have minus 7 in the second bracket. So now these two brackets are multiplying with each other and the answer is 0. So I will make both the brackets 0. Z plus 2 equals to 0. So z will be equals to minus 2. 2z minus 7 is equal to 0. So 2z is equal to 7. So z will be equal to 7 divided by 2. And that is 3 whole 1 by 2. Okay, so we are done with the question number 5. So now we are going to do the question number 6. And the question number 6 is coming up on your screen. So here in the question number 6, let me reduce the size. It is 7 cube plus 21 x square equals to 0. So 7 cube plus 21 x square equals to 0. So we want to factor. First of all, we have to factorize it. So 7x square is taken common. So in the bracket, you are left with the x plus 3 bracket close equal to 0. So these two are multiplying with each other. Answer is 0. Either the 7x square is 0 or x plus 3 is equal to 0. So when the 7x square equals to 0, so x square will be equal to 0 divided by 7. So x square will be equal to 0. So take the square root on both the sides. So x will be equal to 0. That's the one solution. X plus 3 equals to 0. So you will have x equals to minus 3. That plus 3, when it will go to the other side, it will become minus 3. So the value of the x will be 0 or it is minus 3. Then we have the question number 7. It has one a part and it says 121 minus a square equals to 0. So question number 7, a part, it is 121 minus a square equals 0. These are two perfect squares. 121 is 11 square minus a square is a square equals 0. So when you have two perfect squares and negative between them, it is a square minus b square, and that is a plus b into a minus b. So we write in one bracket, I will write 11 minus b equals 0. So I will make both these brackets equal to 0. So you will have 11 plus a equal to 0. So a will be equal to minus a minus 11, sorry. 11 minus 0. So minus a will be equals to minus 11. And a will be equals to 11. So there are two solutions, minus 11 and positive 11. Then we have 128 minus 2b square. So first of all, I will take 2 common and bracket will left 64 minus b square, bracket goes equal to 0. That 2 will go to the other side, divide with the 0 and it will become 0. 64 minus b square equal to 0. So 64 is a square, b square is b square. So you have two perfect square and negative between them. So you can write, you can go like a square minus b square equals to a plus b minus b. So it will be a plus b one bracket minus b in the other bracket. So these two brackets they are multiplying with each other and the answer is 0. So I will make the first bracket 0, then I will make the second bracket 0. So you will have a plus b equals to 0. So b will be equal to minus a. In the same way, if you have a minus b equals to 0, so minus b will be equal to minus a. Minus minus will be cancelled, so b will be equal to 8. So there are two solutions of this equation. One is minus 8, the other one is positive 8. Okay, the C part, question number C square minus 1 by 4 equals to 0. These are two perfect squares. Okay, so C square is C square, so minus 1 by 2. That is 1 by 2 square. Okay, so now you have perfect square and the negative between them is a square minus b square, and that is equal to 3a minus b. So I can write in one bracket, I will write C plus 1 by 2. In the other bracket, I will write C minus 1 by 2. These two brackets are multiplying with each other, and the answer is 0. So either the first bracket is 0 or the second bracket is 0. So C plus 1 by 2 equals to 0. So C will be equals to minus 1 by 2. The C minus 2, C minus 1 by 2 equals to 0. So take the 1 by 2 to the other side. C is equal to positive 1 by 2. So there are two solutions. One solution is minus 1 by 2. The other one is positive 1 by 2. Now the question number 7, it's D part. In the question number 7, it's D part. It says 4 by 9 minus D by 25 equals 0. 4 by 9 is 2 by 3 whole square, and D by 25 is basically D by 5 whole square. So these are two perfect squares. So you can apply the formula A square minus B square is equals to A plus B into A minus B. So I can write 2 by 3 plus D by 5 in one bracket. In the other bracket, I will write 2 by 3 minus D by 5 bracket close equals to 0. These two brackets are multiplying with each other and their answer is 0. So I will make the first bracket 0 and then I will make the second bracket equals to 0. So 2 by 3 plus D by 5 equals to 0. So D by 5 is equals to minus 2 by 3. So I will write it. So here we go. Okay. So D by 5 is equals to minus 2 by 3. So D will be equals to minus 2 by 3 multiplied by 5. So you will have minus 10 by 3. That is minus 3 whole 1 by 3. In the same way, I will make the other bracket equals to 0, which was 2 by 3 minus D by 5 equals 0. So we will have minus D by 5 equals to minus 2 by 3. Minus minus will be cancelled. So D by 5 is equal to 2 by 3. That 5 will go to the other side. It will multiply. So you will have D equals to 2 multiply 5 divided by 3. So it will be 10 by 3. So it will be 3 whole 1 by 3, but this is positive. So there are two solutions. One is minus 3 whole 1 by 3. The other one is positive 3 whole 1 by 3. So let me show you this whole question together. This was a little more trickier. So I hope now this is showing up on your screen, but the size has become quite small. I hope this is visible. I can increase the size. I can increase the size and I can increase the size. And you know, now the question is rolling down. You can pause the video and you can put the question. So my dear students, we are done with the question number 7, and then we have the question number 8. It says 7s plus f square equals to 60. And let's try on this question number 8 also. So question number 8, 7f plus f square equals to 60. So f square plus 7f minus 60 equals to 0. So multiply the extreme terms, you get 60f squared. So write the factors of the 60. The factors of the 60 are 1 multiply 60, 2 multiply 30, 3 multiply 24, multiply 15, and 5 multiply 12, 6 multiply 10. So we have to, because with the third term we have negative sign. So I will look for that pair which by subtraction will give you positive 7. So that's 5 and 12. By subtraction, they give me 7. We want positive 7. So with the large number, I will put the positive sign. With the smaller number, I will put the negative sign. So you will have f squared plus 7f minus 60 equals to 0. So do the midterm breaking. You will have f squared minus 5f plus 12, f minus 60 equals to 0. From the first two terms, you can see f is common. Take f common. From here, you will have, from here, you will have minus 5. From the last two terms, you can see plus 12 is common. So you will have f minus 5 in the bracket equals 0. From this term and this term, f minus 5 bracket is common. From here, you will have f. From here, you have 12 in the second bracket equals to 0. These two brackets, they are multiplying with each other and their answer is 0. So either the first bracket is 0 or the second bracket is 0. So f minus 5 equals to 0, f plus 12 equals to 0. So from here, you will have f equals to 5. From there, you will have f equals to minus 12. Okay. So f equals to 5 and f equals to minus 12 are the two solutions. Okay, so we are going to the next question. The next question is question number 8. It's B part. It is 15 equals to 8h square minus 2h. Okay. So 15 is equal to 8h square minus 2h. So take this 15 to the other side. You will have 8h square minus 2h minus 15 equals to 0. So multiply the extreme terms. You will get 120. Write the factors of the 120. They are 1 multiply 120, 2 multiply 60, 3 multiply 40, 4 multiply 30, 5 multiply 24, 6 multiply 20, 8 multiply 15, 10 multiply 12. With the third term, we have negative sign. So I will write subtract here. So I'm looking for that pair which by subtraction will give me minus 2. So with the large 10 and 12 will give you 2. So minus 2 for minus 2. With the large number, put a negative sign. With the smaller number, put a positive sign. So you will have 8h square plus 10h minus 12h minus 15 equals to 0. From the first two terms, you can take 2h common. In the bracket, you are left with the 4h plus 5. From the last two terms, minus 3 is common. So you are left with 4h plus 5 in that bracket. So take the 4h plus 5 common. From here, you will have 2h. From here, you will have minus 3 in the other bracket. These two brackets, they are multiplying with each other and the answer is 0. So either the first bracket is 0 or the second bracket is 0. So 4h plus 5 equals to 0. So 4h equals to minus 5. So h will be equals to minus 5 by 4. That will be equals to minus 1 whole 1 by 4. In the same way, the second bracket 2h minus 3 is equals to 0. So 2h is equals to minus 3, plus 3. So h will be equals to 3 by 2 and that is 1 whole 1 by 2. So there are two solutions. One solution is minus 1 whole 1 by 4. The other solution is 1 whole 1 by 2. So this is how you will do question number 8 and it's the B part. So my dear students, I think that this is enough for this video. And today we have done the exercise 5A from the D2 exercise. And we have solved from question number 1 to question number 8. So the rest of the questions I will do in another video. So I hope that this video you will find interesting and you will find useful. If you find this video interesting and useful, please share the link of this video onto your Instagram, onto your Facebook accounts, and onto your Twitter accounts. So I will say thank you very much, everyone, for taking out time for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you very much. Have a good day. God bless you all.